Hi everyone, this video is going to show you how to set up the Hinge Dogs on a Festool-style track. So when you receive your order, this is what you're going to receive as a full set. So you're going to receive the hinge part, you're going to receive the dogs and shafts, and you're going to use some hex keys as well as the bolts to attach them to there. So what I'm going to do is to set these up, I'm going to remove the dog bases and I'm going to insert them here into the dogs. So when I'm going to use it next to our fence, I'm going to use the dog in this position here, which this allows me to get it right close to the fence. So by placing that in there and doing up the bolt, you can tighten it there, but I would advise just to get a hex key and just nip it down. And the same again here. Here you can have it in the center, as you haven't got the problem with the fence as you had on this side. Once again, tighten it up by hand and then just nip up with a 5mm Allen key. So once you've got that set up, I'm going to place the dogs in my MFT top. As you can see, we've got a flat face here which shows you where that needs to go next to your fence, as these dogs actually match the same as these dogs here. And the same again on this side here. It's not so important to have the flat there. You can actually have this at a 45-degree angle to make it a little bit easier when doing up the thumb screw. So once I've got that here, I'm going to grab my track and I'm going to slide these in. And I don't need to tighten them up quite yet. I'm just going to slide them in like so. And then I'm going to then place them into my dogs here, and as you can see, this will slide down and allow you to set the calibration for the height of the material you're going to use. So as you can see here, I've got this nil thumb screw here. It's also a hex key as well, and you really want to get a good grip on it. I've got that set, and now I'm going to just nip it up there, and the same on this side here. I'm going to just nip it up with hands and then nip it up nice and tight. So as you can see, that's all set and calibrated. So once I've got that done there, I can then tighten up our grub screws here, which then holds the track to the dogs. You can see 3mm Allen key, just nip it up. And there you go, that's it, all nice and tight and rigid. So when it comes to calibrating your fence to the track with the new Hinge Dogs, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to loosen up the fence dogs, which will allow me to then just slide this all the way up. And as you can see here on my cutting strip, I've got the fence coming through. Let's just move this out of the way a little bit here. And that allows me to then get a square in here to be able to calibrate the fence with the cutting strip. And then once I've done that, I can nip the fence dogs down. So that's it now, calibrated to the fence. Now if I want to set up my right hand fence, I can do exactly the same. And what I'm going to do is put this back in together here. And to calibrate the right hand fence correctly, what I'm going to need is I'm going to need my saw, the saw that I'm going to use. So I'm going to need to be able to use the kerf of the blade. Let's get that out of the way there, which will then come down and get my blade where I need to calibrate it to. So using a 20mm stop, that there will now be calibrated to my blade that I'm using. Just remember that when you're doing this sort of job, you need to make sure that your saw is unplugged and is not going to come on while you're working close to the blade. And there you go. That's how you calibrate the right hand fence to the track using our Hinge Dogs. And there you go. That's how to set up the Hinge Dogs using a Festool-style track. These are available on our website at benchdogs.co.uk. Thanks for watching.